Hello. Okay, I think we're live. Perfect. Now today I'm streaming for two things, right? I've promised somebody that I will stream Nioh for a little while to see how the game looks like, how it feels like. I haven't been streaming the whole playthrough, and I probably won't because it's a little bit of older game. But I will probably stream at a later period. Once I'm done with this one, I will be streaming the Neo 2, which is a little bit newer. And people say it's very hard and like parrying in that game is heavy and so. But before we get into Nioh, there is the another thing that I try to a little bit play with around, and that is my, well, as you can see, my overlay to see how it actually feels like. I think it fits nicely, right? Don't worry. We won't be streaming the whole thing like this, but I might be using this setup eventually for something else. So, the thing about Nioh is it's not traditional Souls-like in a sense that you would be just traveling through the lands. It is divided into various missions. So even though in each mission you can discover various shortcuts and bonfires and things that you might be actually used to from Souls-like, the whole map is like this, and not just this. There is actually. Well, how do I get into country map though? Totally forgot. This is how you get into country map. So there are a couple of regions that you can go through, and as you play, you are unlocking more and more regions, and each of the regions have missions that are being unlocked as you play. And usually there is mission, then there are submissions, that what they call it, and there can be multiple missions on the same map. The map varies depending on what you're doing. Then there's what they call Twilight missions, which are especially hard with great rewards. And the game is based around finding a new levels of your equipment and finding Amrita, which is what we know as souls or runes if you're an Elden Ring player. In here it is called Amrita, which is sort of element that can be found mostly in Japan. And you are using it as souls, to upgrade your stuff, and also as a sort of currency. But there is also a silver as a currency that you can directly use in the shop. The player hub, which is in here, is very similar to Monster Hunter hub. You have your blacksmith, you have your tea house, you have even your dojo where you can hone your skills and then new things that you are discovering. So yeah, that's about it. Let's actually play a mission, shall we? So let me put away my gaming chair. I don't think I need it, and let me put away my office, and let's get into Nioh. So we're gonna be playing this submission first. And the office came along nicely. I'm going to definitely be using it in case I'm going to do some sort of reactionary content or something that I need to explain. But it's not like a game that needs to be in the full screen. And maybe on some older games that are pixelated, that it wouldn't mind. It would be cool. I'm gonna have to think about it though. So anyway, let's begin. So mostly the enemies in the game are divided into two factions. The one factions are humans, so are basically fighting Ronins, you know, deserted samurais, bandits, that sort of thing. And then you have yokai, which is anything supernatural. So it might be undead, it might be spirits, it might be demons. Well, anything unnatural is basically yokai. They behave differently as you find them. And often these two like intermingle, that in a single mission you can have both of those factions. And then there is a third faction, which is not really a faction, but they are basically something that looks like bonfires in Dark Souls. But if you activate them, you actually summon a revenant. You can see one right here. If I activate this, I will actually summon a revenant of a player that died here before. So for the game to not be entirely dependent on players fighting players alone, you can find, actually, within the game, you can find some revenants that are quote-unquote NPCs, that are basically predefined to be there at all times, but often, even when the mission is hard, especially, you can see a lot of these graves, and you can summon them, fight them for loot, fight them for Amrita, etc. Now, what is interesting is that whenever you die, you leave behind such a graveyard or a gravestone for others if you are online, and while you are not losing anything except your classical Dark Souls mechanic that will leave behind your souls that you need to pick up. If you died while being online, you will leave behind such a grave, and then other players can fight your revenant. If they do, they have a chance to drop some of the loot, exact loot that you had on yourself at that moment you died. You do not lose anything, but by the way of dying, and other people are basically avenging you and putting your revenant to rest, they can earn the stuff you have. And I actually earned a lot of good equipment by fighting revenants, so that is a cool mechanic, I think. Okay, I don't think I have enough Amrita to level up at this point. So other things that we do have, at any given moment you can have 2 ranged and 2 melee weapon equipped at the same time. So I can swap my bow and my musket like this, and I can swap between my what's it called? Hold on. What's it called? I have tonfa, which are like these fist weapons or like batons, and then I have odachi, which is like this really big katana. But you can have multiple weapons. If I check the weapons what we actually have in here, all of these are basically weapon classes. So you have normal sword, which is katana, then you have dual swords, basically 2 katanas, even though they are, I don't know if they're like wakizashis, or they seem to be somewhere between wakizashi and katana in matter of length. Then you have spear, axe, kusarigama, which is basically a kama attached to a chain with a ball. It's a very intriguing weapon. Then you have odachi, which is like if you want this big boy of a sword, you're going to use this. And then you have tonfa. These 2 are various magic that you can learn. Some of these magic you can use actively in combat. Some of these will prepare talismans or shurikens and bombs and that sort of stuff at shrine that you can use. And by preparing, I mean you prepare them once, and then you have basically a couple of uses before you need to rest at the shrine again. It is very interesting. Now, speaking of weapons, I'm going to demonstrate on my odachi right now. So you can block, you can sheath your weapon if you want to, and as you can see on my right bottom corner, I have a couple of stances. I have stance where my weapon is sheathted. Then I have the high stance, which is basically a stance that is consuming, imagine it as a heavy attack on crack. It is a stance that consumes a lot of stamina to do a lot of damage. And then we have middle stance, which is stance that is focused on blocking, so it has some moderately fast attacks, but it improves your blocking. And then you have light stance, which focuses on dodging, so you can actually, instead of dodge, you do this swift ghost step, or whatever you would call it. They are approximately as long as roll, maybe a little bit shorter, but you can easily stack them, and they do not hinder your stamina as much. With every of these stances, then you have two basic attacks, meaning heavy attack, which is like this, and then fast attack, which is noticeably faster. So, compared to something like Dark Souls, in this game, you have basically a huge number of combinations that you can use with any weapons, but all of the weapons then behave the same, regardless on what weapon it is. It can be like the normal katana, or like super enhanced katana with lightning. They will behave the same in the matter of movement. But this combination, which will give you, I think, 6 various attacking patterns, you also have things that you can learn as you are using the weapons and investing your skill points that you learn by combat for various other attacks. For example, with my Odachi here, I can do this, which basically I shove into an enemy and then punch them with the handle of my sword. Or I can do this, which is like Hulk smash, right? I can also customize for every stance various responses and combo enders. So for light stance, I have this, which is basically slamming my Odachi into the ground and then kicking up, which really does a lot of damage. But on my light attack, I still have this. Then you also have something like this, which is combo finishers, meaning after a light combo, I will press heavy attack, and William, who is my protagonist, will do something else. Now, speaking of William, you play as William Adams, which has been his historical figure. They never actually mention the Adams as a surname, but they call him Anjin. And historically, William Adams, a sailor who was, I think it was 15th century, in Japan, and he was given the title of Engine, which means something like a pilot of a ship. So yeah, they took heavily inspiration from this. You even start in a London tower where you have been imprisoned for whatever reason. Anyway, let's play some mission, are we? So what I see in front of me right now, this little flickering like smoke or whatever you would call it, it is where some bigger yokai are going to spawn. But I can see, because this team, they really inspired themselves in Dark Souls. They just love putting enemies behind every corner. So yeah, and he still grabbed me. God damn it. Okay. So luckily there was only one, it seems. Okay, we have a big guy. Cool. So another interesting mechanic is that whenever I use my stamina for attacking, it first changes to a red color, and after that it will change into blue color. Whenever that bar is actually blue, you can use a couple of methods to recover that portion of lost stamina instantly. And while it doesn't give you all of the stamina that you used up back, the discolored part will never get back, but the colored one you can get back rather easily. It is very important because you don't want to get out of breath. You know, revenants could like strike you, and other opponents could catch up to you. You can use this technique, and by this technique I mean getting them out of stamina on Revenants to actually make or perform a special attack on them as they are out of breath. So that is something that you can do. Another important aspect is that recovering like this, they call it ki pulse, right? Ki as ki, you know, the spiritual energy. Whenever you do a ki pulse, you can clear something that they call yokai realm around you. Yokai realm is something that these monsters, you know, undeads, demons, they love to just put on the ground, and it's something that hugely debuffs you in a sense that your stamina regeneration whatsoever is almost nullified. If you do a ki pulse, you completely purge this effect out of the ground and you get your stamina back. So it is crucial to master this technique. Anyway, I'm gonna take my tonfa. Yeah, nice. It's kind of funny because I did play this game before. I think before Elden Ring, but after Dark Souls 3. And I was not as calm as I am nowadays. I was even more angry guy back then. And I rage quitted and uninstalled this game because I just wasn't able to finish certain mission. I am already past that mission now. So I did it. I just didn't have patience to get good, essentially, back in the day. So my strategy now would be try and go deplete his stamina, right? And now I can do the special attack. Yeah, and it's just finished him off. But this one was tough, or at least tougher than the usual one. Okay, what do we have? We have soldier patrolling over there. I'm not sure if this one will get up. There you will. We have a big guy. I'm not sure if this is safe. I feel like I'm gonna get ambushed, but let's see. Of course there has been a ninja. Now, I've been playing this game a lot lately. Not sure if I've been spending my time with this for 3 weeks or 2 weeks now, but it's just I'm at the point that I simply know that there is going to be an ambush. This is a badger, which is basically the Japan variant of Mimic, and what he does is he just jumps at you and does an emote. And if you do the similar emote, he is happy and he will give you loot. If he don't do an emotion that he would be happy with, or you attack him, then he's not going to be happy about it and you will have to fight him. The trick is, he works similar to the Mimic Tear in Elden Ring, and he's basically you. He has your weapons, he has your level, he has your gear. It might be difficult sometimes, especially if you are out of supplies, to fight him off. So that's one thing to have in mind. he will give you a little bit of damage as he jumps off the chest, but it's really just a tiny bit. So it is better to just not anger him, to just, you know, react to him. He is pleased. The creatures in Japanese mythology, they often are kind of weird, like doing some specific thing and they will leave you alone. I once heard that you can get rid of a kappa, which is a water spirit, by giving him a cucumber. I was baffled, I was confused, like, why would you give him a cucumber? It goes like, well, he will have cucumber, he will be happy and occupied for a while, and you can continue on your way. The other, which is a little bit more violent, way to get rid of a kappa would be to bow to him, because then he's compelled to bow to you as well. But the kappas, they should have a little bowl on their head, and that bowl, when they are out of water, needs to be filled with water at all times. So if they bow, the water gets spilled, and they need to go to find a water source for themselves, because they are drying out. But like, yeah, I love weird stuff like this. This is folklore at its best, right? It was a really short mission, though. I did not expect it's going to be this short, but no worry. We will play another one. As I said, this is going to be a short stream. I just wanted to showcase the game, how it looks like, because we had a debate, I think it was yesterday, on one of my friend's channel, who has been playing, well, he wasn't playing Elden Ring, he was playing Dark Souls 3, was it? And we had a debate about Souls games in general, and I was praising this game, so I'm trying to, you know, showcase it so people know that it really is not a bad game. I think it's overlooked. Whenever you finish the mission, you can see you have your rewards. I got some souls, I got some silver, and I got some extra things. I think he's giving me the swords, and he's giving me some samurai locks, which is something that I can use. I can spend it to have more samurai skills, to buy weapon skills later. And I believe the last item is yokai incense that you can use and lure the yokai to you. You know, pretty obscure stuff that you usually have in Souls games. Anyway, let's go for another mission. I think this is the story mission. Okay. I never seen a snow map in this game yet. I like this. The game is not shy from dialogue. There is a lot of cutscenes, people are talking, you are not having that feeling of lands that are lost in time and space and completely dead, yeah, like you have in Dark Souls. This is just a regular game, simply with Dark Souls mechanics only. And often, whenever you defeat Revenant that has been placed there by a game, not by death of a player, or if you loot a corpse, you can learn a little bit about the lore of the location, what happens, what killed him, etc. I really like this, because it is like not as subtle as environmental storytelling, but still kind of subtle and kind of environmental storytelling. Either way, bonfires in this game are called shrines, and you have these little guys, you know, Kodama, which are basically good spirits or nature spirits, occupying these shrines, and you can actually sometimes find lost Kodamas around the map, lead them back to the shrine by basically interacting with them, and then the shrine will give you some benefits for this. It has really a lot of cool ideas, and I really like this because it expands on Souls formula. It doesn't just recycles it. Okay, I still don't have enough to level up, so I guess we're going to kill it. We're going to kill some monsters. I'm gonna take my big boy over there. Ouch. So one of the techniques that I learned is a quick draw, which you can learn with Odachi and with the katana. Basically, it's a technique that works only if you draw your swords, but you need to time it correctly, otherwise you're going to die, right? Now what I'm going to do with this... This is the cat. He's been with me for like majority of the game, and he sorts of work like a guide of sorts, often commenting on what is happening or giving you advices or what you should do next, which is really helpful sometimes, not always. Oh, we have an archer. Okay, two can play this game, buddy. Ow! God damn it! Alright. I took 2 hits from that, I think. That was entirely unnecessary. Oh, really? And I was boasting how good I am in this game, and I get clapped by the most basic skeleton out there. Oh well, let's try again. Now the thing with this attack, this one, is on small enemies like this guy, if they are not trying to parry you, you sometimes miss, and that is not a good thing. That is why I love using my tonfa, because, well, yeah, precisely this. So one major flaw that this game actually has, if it comes to weapons and basically gear, is this game heavily relies on leveling up, and there are ways to like craft yourself new gear or maybe match some old gear that you like with the level of gear you found, but oftentimes it's a lot of expensive, it costs lots of silver, etc. But if you find yourself in a situation where your favorite weapons, like my tonfa, they are level 40 and my sword is level 55, which is quite a gap, right? So often you find yourself in a situation where you need to replace your weapon because it simply is falling off in numbers, because everything is scaling up as you are progressing the story. The enemies are harder and harder depending on what level they are, and you can go farm to a lower level missions, that's fine, but if you want to progress, you need to be sure that you are ready to progress and that you have proper weapons. In something like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, while this is partially true, you can kind of make it work by upgrading things you have. It is a little bit more complicated in this game. This game is made partially as your typical action RPG, say Diablo-esque, where you need to farm your levels, where you need to farm your equipment, and skill alone, while very important, will simply make some fights not worth it. You might be able to outplay some enemies if they are much higher level than you, but it will be hard because they will feel like a sponge to damage if you are undergeared. This is the major difference between Nioh and traditional Souls game. Pardon the sound interruption, I think there is some effects in place. Like we are outside, and when you are close to the building you are inside, so it is cutting the ambience. I often feel like a fool when fighting these little guys, because sometimes I die because I was just trying to use one of my techniques, you know, to perfect them, while the auto attack would be perfectly fine for them, and then I die for that, and then I feel like a complete goober. Another important thing. You can attack enemies that are on the ground. You can even get special attack on enemies that are on the ground or out of stamina. So if you get your opponent to the ground, you don't need to wait for them to get up like you do in Elden Ring. You can just straight up, cut into them, abuse the situation. And while letting them stand up would maybe feel honorable. Honestly, just fuck that. No, just don't do that. It's not worth it. There are like archers everywhere. There are mobs behind corners all the time. Like, game doesn't try to play honorably. So you should also abuse everything at your disposal. So we probably need to do something about that ice enemy or ice blockage that is blocking the way. I'm getting beat up. I don't know what's going on. So, my understanding is we need to find some sort of magical fire in the area to be able to... Yeah, so the thing about the characters that you meet, they all speak Japanese. So when you're playing this game, you feel like you're in an anime. But the William, he actually speaks English. And the reason they understand each other is explained as the mighty warriors in this game are basically filled with Amrita spirits. I do have my fox spirit, or is it a dog, is it a wolf, something like this, that is helping me. And as you play, you get possessed by more and more spirits that you're collecting, and you can change them. They have passive effects, and you can then activate them in combat to enter like Super Saiyan form and to annihilate everything. But in the lore, William can see spirits of other people, and they can see his spirits. And those spirits are actually the reason to allow themselves to communicate with each other. So that's why William just understands Japanese while talking to them in English, which is kind of funny. It is honestly a very clever way to implement this sort of foreigner into Japanese setting without being too invasive, and also explain why they understand each other. Oh, god damn it. Well, that's fucked. Come on. This big guy is always a problem for me. I still don't have his patterns figured out too well. And I can't believe I was foolish enough to summon him with this Revenant around. Oh, come on. Come on. Well, that was intense. I wouldn't have bet an eye, but it feels a little bit. It feels a little bit weird to be streamed while playing this game. I feel under pressure suddenly. Okay. This was the Kodama as I was talking about. This was the Kodama that you can guide to the shrine, which I just did. Did we unblock the passage now? That's what I want to know. Okay, watch this. That's clever. If you notice the well, you can cut the rope. The heavy part will fall in. The bucket will rise up, and from the bucket you will get the loot. Oh, really? So I swapped stands here from light to heavy because I just needed firepower. I remember when I encountered this Oni for the first time and he felt like fighting a boss, and then I realized, nope, he's just, you know, he is just your regular enemy, and that's about it. Okay, I cannot get over those. Not even with a fire weapon. I don't like this. Something is going to spawn from those butterflies. What? Okay. So the frost butterflies were what was blocking the passage? I can fight it now. Okay, good. Alright. And it gave me the goodies. Okay, we do have another Oni over there. It really feels like being in anime with all the voice acting and basically what is happening there. So one interesting fact is, while Nioh is in its core a Souls-like game, like true Souls-like game because it is, the developers responsible for the game are not like they were not new studio. This is not like indie game by any means. They actually have the whole Ninja Gaiden on their portfolio, which is a fighting game from with similar thematics, like where you're fighting ninjas and yokais and all of these. I haven't played those myself because I'm not a console player, and a lot of Ninja Gaiden games are available only on consoles, but I've heard of it. Okay, we have a little guy. The problem with these is if you make them angry, they will turn into ogres, into literal ogres. Yeah, like this one. Ow. Ouch. They do have their weak points, like you can, for example, smash this ogre into the eye or shoot him into the eye if you can manage with the aiming. But they are so subtle. And you need to know your weapon patterns pretty well to be able to pull it off. So for example, one way how you can deal with those Oni guys that I was dealing before is if you cut off their horns. Meaning again, it's basically headshots. But if you do a headshot, then you are able to cut off their horns and it will lose their energy, their yokai protection, and they will fall on the ground. And you can have a surprise attack on them. This guy was unnecessarily tough. What the hell? Okay, what do we have? There we go. Yeah, I thought I heard something, and there was a little guy behind the corner. If you are diligent in your exploration, you will find a lot of stuff in this game. You know, Kodamas, treasures, sometimes enemies. I think I said it yesterday. The developers of this game, they just love putting enemies behind corners, and if the enemy is not behind the corner, then he is on the ceiling. Which I found out, I think it was Wednesday when I was playing Nioh for a while, and there were spiders. They loved jumping on me from the ceiling and then taking away like 2/3 of my HP, so if I wasn't fully healed up, it was game over immediately. So that's what you have to deal with is if you play this game. But other than that, yeah, it's fun, I'd say. The thing is, you need to accept this game for what it is. It is not a Dark Souls game. It is a Souls-like, but a lot of the mechanics work completely differently, in a different manner. Okay, I'm a little bit lost now. Okay, there is a shrine. Is this the beginning? I think this might be the beginning. Now we can level up, so we're going to do this. If I go to body, it will give me some health. Okay, heart. Stamina. Stamina would increase my sword damage a lot, so I'm going to go with that. And in traditional Souls manner, you have a lot of stats that you can increase. Basically, various stats affect various weapons, which is something you probably know. Body and stamina will affect your health. Some of them, your carry capacity, heart, will affect your ki. But whenever you increase anything, your health gets increased a little bit, similar to Dark Souls 2, I think. So if you're actually using stat that is for health, you will get 25 health. If you are using stat that is not for health, you will get 10 health. Okay, cut off the horn. See? It is a little bit confusing because you don't see your health or stamina being increased visually. The bars are always the same. But it's just you can use them for a longer time within the same scale, so to speak. It is confusing. I think Dark Souls is doing this better. Like having to visually see the progression. It's always funny when you start Dark Souls or Elden Ring and you have this tiny little health bar and tiny little stamina bar, and then you just level up a couple of times and suddenly those bars are like humongous. That's what I like to see. Unlike human enemies, who, unless blocking, can be staggered with every attack, yokai usually cannot be as easily staggered, especially when they are bigger ones. If you are fighting human enemies, you will see their ki as a bar, which is similar to your stamina, and it works exactly the same. In case of yokai, it is their yokai protection. It works differently than stamina. They basically are not depleting it. You can deplete it by attacking them, much lower than the stamina. And whenever they enter the yokai realm, or summon the yokai realm, they will replenish it instantly. So they are much harder to deal with compared to normal enemies. But look at me rambling. Meanwhile, I have no idea where are we actually going, so yeah. So I just can't help myself. I keep summoning these guys. I just want to challenge. I want the glory they give, etc. Also, there is like some sort of weird of PvP stuff, but it's not like players fighting players. I think you can pledge allegiance to one of the guilds, and there is many guilds that will give you various like small bonuses, and guilds are either blue or red. And I don't know if it is tied to this glory that you get from Reverence, or if it is tied to something else, maybe enemies killed, missions completed, I don't know. But every now and then you can go to your like tea house in the player hub and talk to the general, and he will tell you who won. And if you are a member of a red team and the red team won, then he will give you like some extra rewards on top of that. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Okay, not gonna lie, this has been easier than expected. I've met this ghost before, but she was like a mini-boss in one of the submissions, and she was much harder than this. Okay, come on, bro. I think these revenants get spicier and spicier as you play. If you encounter higher level revenants, they are basically, again, HP sponges, so you have hard time killing them. It depends what weapon they are using. But eventually, if you know the weapon patterns, it is very easy to handle with. So they are essentially just a loot distribution for free. That's what it is. It's just, it pays off to not underestimate them. Because anything in this game can kill you very quickly if you are not careful. But on the other hand, isn't that the case with every Souls-like game, right? I think it is. Alright, but honestly, I don't know what we're doing right now. Or more specifically, where are we supposed to go? We did deal with the... I think I did deal with the icy blockage, and I don't think I have been here before. But through the cracks, I think I saw a yokai in this house. So I'm hoping... I was hoping for attack from above, but it doesn't seem the case. Oh! It was totally on me. I was waiting too long with the dodge because I wanted to restore the biggest amount of stamina I could have. It didn't work out, as you can see. Oh well. Like, I don't even know how did I get there though. Where's my... No, don't die now, bro. Not now. Can you stop spamming that? No! This is the biggest quirk I have with this game, is that sometimes you just miss your special attacks like that, like this one, and it doesn't feel good. And while it is true that sometimes you can recover from that, you know, just do that before they even wake up for the second time. It's not always the case. Oh, he burned to death. Nice. So the way I set up my weapon on fire was because I was attacking that fire spirit earlier. There is so many cool mechanics in this game. Like, maybe I'm just trying to stoke a lot of positivity about this because I'm trying to hype myself that this game isn't actually as bad as I thought it was. Because I feel bad about rage quitting it. Because that rage quit was entirely on me. I was just trying to throw my face into the nightmare mission that I was undergeared for. And I was angry I wasn't able to progress, so I eventually just rage quit it and uninstalled the game. Which, by the way, the game... It's not a small game. If you install it, it has like 70 gigabytes. Are we back at the beginning, or is this another shrine? I'm not even sure. I think we are not back at the beginning, right? No. We definitely are. Okay. So I just made a circle. That's good to know. I'm completely lost in this location. Somehow I managed to progress, only to get clapped by a yokai that I shouldn't be killed by. Like, that shouldn't happen. Straight up. That was my bad. Oh, right. This lady. Okay. Oh, come on. No. No, 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 no. I'm just gonna back up in here. He's sleeping for what? Bro, are you stuck? Oh, there's a Kodama here. I missed him the first time. I cannot use my spirit. You cannot use your spirit weapon if you died recently. Because your spirit weapon is guarding your souls. Or runes. Amrita, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my souls back. And now we can deal with this clown. I got hit. God damn it. Got hit. Incredible. So I have a feeling that the boss is going to be some sort of butterfly frost lady. Because that would make sense. Considering what we are doing. Wait, isn't this is the beginning, right? I think it is, yeah. Let's level up. I can't? Maybe I do have some spirit stuff. Okay, let's use this one. I do have not enough spirit stones. Or maybe. Well, almost. With this one, it should be just enough. Alright. Let's pray. I think I will go with spirits right now. This will increase my affinity with my living weapon. And living weapons are awesome. You'll see shortly. Okay. I love that even this frozen hunk is giving me loot. That's convenient. Okay, slow down. What do we have? Cut down by skeleton warrior. Oh. What? I got hit again like a fool. I can hear the Kodamas. Oh, he's up there. You see him? He's up there. But I don't know how to get to him right now. I should be diligent on clearing all the revenants for the rewards, but... Ow. Did he just ghost step me? This stupid mob. He dodged out of the way. I'm so baffled he dodged my attack that, like, I can't fight him. What? How? I was trying to body check him, right? And he dodged out of the way. And it made me completely brain dead. Okay, there we go. Wait, he's shooting arrows. Ah, didn't block it in time. You can block the arrows. The blocking is OP in this game. Like, as long as you have stamina, you can block almost everything. Okay, let's save the Kodama first. The Mr. Skellington is coming back, I think. Let's greet him, huh? Okay. These quick draw attacks are so powerful most of the time. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna stop fooling around. Let's see if we can meet him mano a mano. If we can get there, that is. Do you think it's... Wait a second. This is where we came. We can open this up as a shortcut, and there is another butterfly. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, I need to get rid of that skeleton now. I don't appreciate him shooting at me like this. There we go. Let's unclog this. Okay. Let's open this shortcut first. There we go. Perfect. Now let's see what... Oh, it's this guy again. Oh, fuck. He completely trapped me. And iframes are so low in this game that you cannot rely on iframes alone. This was on me though. I allowed myself to be trapped. Am I going in the right direction? Ow. I wonder how fun is to watch this combat actually. Because I don't know, honestly. What? I'm such a fool. I face tanked the whole combo, of course I'm dead. Okay, let's go again. Okay, I think it's this way. And we've left the lore behind. Or maybe we didn't, because he doesn't say anything. Okay, this time I need to be smarter about this. See? He goes down easily. But if you're not careful, it doesn't matter in the end. Oh. Oh, this was scary. Luckily for me, he missed. And then he punched me anyway. Okay. This is one of the enemies that I'm having a hard time to deal with. They have a lot of attack patterns. They are quick with their tongue and have great reach with their tongue. And their punches, they hurt like hell. Also, what happened there earlier was basically me face tanking his flurry of punches, which he does while advancing forward. And the only reason I survived that was that he didn't align his direction properly. Oh no. My spirits. No. I was impatient. I was impatient in this one. At least this one doesn't seem like... I don't know what to do with the guy. I just know that I was simply too impatient and HZX, right? But with the monk guy, it's kind of problematic. Let's go with my Tomfa for a while. Let's see. Alright. No. Fuck. You know, my problem with my Tonfa right now is that they are not high enough level. And as you see, I've connected a lot of good hits. That's just not enough. It would be fine if he was like a boss or something similar. But that is not the case, it's just a regular mob, right? And I'm still losing heart. Maybe I should check if I have maybe, instead of my Tomfa... do I have something else, something better? So my highest level is around 55. Highest level weapon. I have this katana, level 49. What's this? 50, 51. Okay. Must have been looting those revenants a lot, right? He's mine. I have even higher level weapons, I see. Interesting. How about I would use these Tomfas then? See how they fare if they're like level 59 or so. Maybe it would be better. What I like about this game is there is so much to learn. There is so many weapon styles. So many weapons. Each weapon have like 3 styles or stances. A lot of skills. A lot of things you can basically work on. And it is enjoyable, honestly, to damn it. And for these big enemies, like just using an Odachi is a really safe choice. It's like the big thing that hits big, you know. But I don't know for the big guy though. Wow. Well, thank you for that. Ow. Yeah, he body slammed me. God damn it. What am I even doing? Now that skeleton that just appeared. It wasn't a good news. Where did he came from, though? It must be one of the dead ones. Okay, so which one was it? Oh, can see you. Okay, so that took care of him. Now, let's try middle stance. Ow. This guy is relentless. Huh. Oh, I didn't collect my souls. Great. I wonder how was it? Because I've lost my souls before today, so it might have been about 20,000, give or take. I've leveled up 2 times, which is like huge. So I don't really care at this point. What I think is problematic that I can take this guy easily with my living weapon, but like I'm trying to learn to take him on without it. But maybe that is a mistake. Oh. It almost feels like he is not as scary as he looks like, huh? What? What? Excuse me? I was you, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't want your gifts. You can... Like, they really did do their homework. While... copying the... Souls-like, right? Okay. It's interesting, but what is even more interesting is I got this purple rifle, which is okay. I don't mind if I do. It's a good rifle, huh? Isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna improve my... This is not a player, by the way. You can sort of tell by the names. Like, this is a player. But the one before it was called like Hercules in red letters. That was not a player. I mean, they are all behaving the same, right? They are all just controlled by AI. It's not like you are actually PvPing. Okay, let's take down the ogre now. Or maybe he will take down me. God damn it. I ran out of my stamina, so I wasn't able to move. I wasn't able to evade them. But if you completely run out of stamina, what happens is that your character is catching his breath. So that's a little inconvenient, yeah. I shouldn't have tried to brute force it with a strength stance. The strength stance is very stamina hungry. And everything you do just drain your stamina like crazy. Even though on lower level enemies I can just do this. This is basically one of the techniques that you can learn. What you can do is that you attack, then you use key recovery for dodging, as I did now. And after the dodge you can just spam this in three times. You can spam the three different flurries, so to speak. This is really effective against these little guys. Let's see how effective it can be against the ogre, though. Oh, he has the little one, too. Okay. I've been throwing rocks at him now. Ow. I should have seen that coming. It's really confusing because the ogre, all he does is he's trying to punch you, but sometimes he does like 2 punches in a row, and sometimes he does 3. And they are slightly different, so if you are paying attention, you can recognize when he is done or when he is going to punch for the 3rd time. This usual, you're not paying attention all the time when you shoot, right? Okay, give me back my souls. Are we going to try again? We just have to try again. Are you okay, bro? Oh, he is now. Poor guy. Seems he was stuck in place or something. Okay, now I killed the father, so I might as well kill the son, right? So these little guys, they seem like they're not much of a threat, but if you are trying to kill them, they like jump away and hit you with their tongue. And if you leave them running around while they see you for a couple of seconds, they will transform into another ogre, so that might be a problem. So just Okay, which way should we go now? Maybe not here necessarily, so I think it might be this way, right? We have a Oni guarding it, so yeah, calm down, bro. Ah, that was flawless, huh? I'm good at I'm kind of good at this game, but I reckon I'm gonna eat those words when I actually find the boss or something. Okay, you. Hold up. Oh no. I don't trust it. She's just standing there. What the? Okay, that felt bad. She didn't even fight back. I don't know. Maybe I didn't give her an opportunity though. Can't believe I was hit by the Odachi 2 times. Yet I still live. So it seems like I increased my reputation, which is another thing. There is another mechanica how we can increase power of your characters, and those are these prestige points. So let's do this one. Versus Yokai Realm. Why not? I've gained quite a lot over the course of my playthrough so far. But I honestly don't know if I'm going through... No. This seems like progress, eh? Why are you an NPC? This is Aranmaru. That's probably cut down by outlaw. Huh. So this is 100% NPCs because there are no outlaws here. No. Damn, bro. He's tough as nails. That's joke on me. I shouldn't have been trying to cheese him like this. I did him dirty. Okay, I know this by memory now. Just shoot the guy. Kill the guy. Is this a chest? No. Okay, my bad. I thought it was a chest though. Do I need to fight them though? I don't think I do. Do I? Whoa, oh. So I could have go around? That's interesting, isn't it? You don't mind me, I'm just sneaking by. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. No! There goes my souls again. 10. Now, as soon as he saw I am out of stamina, he just rushed me. I don't know if that's coincidence or if they are coded that way. Either way, it's not pleasant. You know what? I'm just going to run past them. There is no need to be killing the entire Kyoto, as I'm trying to find where the hell am I supposed to go even. Okay, I think they gave up the chase. So, let's deal with Morin and Maru now. God damn, he's good. Should I be using these small swords? Like, he beat me 2 times in a row. That's a feat. But I need to. I want to kill him. I need to kill him. I want to know what he has to say about the lore. Because he was probably he was cut down by outlaws. Does that mean that the castle was ransacked or something like that? What do we have here? Okay. Okay, everything's fine. Don't mind me. I'm just on my merry way. So that's confirmed it was an NPC. Like, it wasn't a corpse of a player. I love that they combine those together. You can see the fallen players, but you can also see fallen NPCs, basically. And they act the same way. God damn it, I almost died there. Okay, I see a flutterby. Fluffy flutterby. I was here. Oh, it's open from other side. Never mind. I have a feeling that we are approaching the boss room, actually. I don't have my... Yeah, this is a boss fight. I'm gonna get clapped. Yeah, I Frozen butterfly. I was correct. It's kind of pretty, except she's going to be trying to kill me. But did you notice that there is always like a boss like this in every Japanese game? Like a frozen lady. Yeah, lovely. Perfect. Thank you. Yep. God damn it, I misclicked that. I wanted... I wanted healing and accidentally flipped into another shortcut bar. That's on me. Okay. I don't have any more prestige points, but maybe I could use something like this. Where are you? Where's my summoner scandal? I'm gonna need you. So my living weapon is actually fire-based. Which is a good thing against this boss, I think. So what I need to do is I need to kill a couple of more enemies. Now my spirit is charged. Oh. Alright. Well, this changes everything. Right? Is there somewhere around the... Oh, I can open this. Yes. Tell me. There is a shrine behind these doors. There... Isn't? Where the hell are we? You fool! What are you doing? You know he was there. You know he was there. You're playing like a buffoon. Okay, what am I doing even now? Seriously, what am I doing? I'm gonna rest up here. Thank you. I'm just gonna go past you, sorry, bro. Okay. Here is that. What's through here though? Oh, there is. We didn't shut that off with the butterflies. That's interesting. I think there are some secrets that I didn't discover in this map yet. Right now I just wanna go to kill the boss, but huh? No. Just give me. Oh. Oh god damn it! Not you. What kind of reach you have, bro? Get up, get up. Good. Ah. I don't know. So as an explanation, what I am trying to do now is I am trying to find the bonfire that will be closer to the boss, so I don't have to run every time so far. Ah, instead I found a Kodama. That's also cool, right? But I think he was guarding only this Kodama, nothing else. There is a... Okay, let's go. Let's take a hot springs. This will heal you up and then it will give you regeneration for a period of time. Which is a cool thing, but... I don't want to go through here. Where did I leave my... Oh, it's over there. Okay. You know, I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed with myself. That's about it. There has to be... Okay, I opened these doors, right? There's gotta be a shrine that is closer to the boss than this. I'm not crazy, am I? But now I'm just too far away, so it doesn't make any sense. Okay, there was nothing. There were only those butterflies. Surely they wouldn't just leave us without the shine, right? There's gotta be a way to open these. From the other side. Huh. What's on the other side? How do I get there? Maybe through that one obelisk that I didn't destroy? That would make sense, right? Hold up. It's over there. Okay. So it needs to be somewhere around here. And to the right, let's deal with you first. Well, maybe she deals with me first. Yeah, right. Alright, answer me frankly. Are you a badger? You are a badger, aren't you? Okay, you are actually a chest. Good. Okay, so now I opened the shortcuts. Now all I need to do, or all I need to do now is to go this way and find. It would make sense if there was the shrine right here. There isn't shrine. What the hell am I doing? You know what, badger? Fuck you. So if I opened this, like with all of these mobs in the way, it's not really too helpful, is it? Gonna be honest, I don't wanna go and fight the boss in this condition. But I don't know what to do because apparently there is no shrine around. So I will quite literally have to run to the boss all the way from here. Wait, is that the Kodama? Yeah, that is. I found a lot of these little guys. I don't know if there is like a map of the place that I could use, but... Oh, a prestige point. Nice. Let's improve my health. I'm gonna need it. So this road I am taking really the shortest one. Alright, it seems like it is. But I'm not really sure. I got myself hit like a fool. God damn it. It's not funny. It is kind of funny. Okay. Let's put my game face on. Let's improve my weapon with fire, and let's You know, I kind of regret the fact that I bought myself third shortcut for items, which is now empty. And I was bashing healing, and instead of healing, I got nothing because I was on a empty shortcut. Okay, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna use my. I should still have a couple of those candles left. There we go. Okay, this is the time. I can feel it. This time we're taking the boss down. No excuses. Give me my weapon. And let's go. Oh, god damn it. You know what? This is the living weapon. Let me introduce you. Didn't help. Didn't. I have a feeling she's gonna be hard. So what living weapon does is it gives you a bar instead of health bar, and you are immortal as long as you are using it. Attacking with it, and over time it decreases. If you get attacked, it decreases a lot. If you kill an enemy, it recharges a bit. It is very helpful to help you get out of tight spots, but she just blasted me the second when my living weapon expired and basically one-shotted me with that stomp attack of hers. That hurt like a lot. But no matter. We will go again. As long as it takes. The bosses are no joke in this game. Hey, where are you going? Okay, I can block this. But I shouldn't be healing when she's doing this. Okay. Making progress, I think. So what she does, essentially, from what I've seen, is one huge area of effect stomp around her, and she summons 3 crystals and yanks them at you. And she is sort of throwing her weapon, and then she has some pretty swift and pretty powerful melee attacks as well. It's better to block those. Trying to dodge is just... Oh. And the frontal, of course. God damn it. Oh, shit. Do you have long range grabbing attack? I have no idea how to react to that. If it is a grabbing attack, the parrying won't help me. So I would assume I need to dodge that. But it's gonna be hard. Okay, why do I have... Hold up, why do I have these bombs here when I'm not even using them? I'm gonna put it over here. And instead, I'm gonna put my prepared fire talismans in here. Yeah, that should be somehow plausible. Okay, let me double check what weapons I have at my disposal actually. Should I try using Tonfa against there? I mean, what's that to lose, right? So against boss like this, the only stance that makes sense is the middle stance, because you need that blocking. Trying to dodge it with a light stance, I don't feel like that's a good idea. I might be mistaken, but I don't think it is. God damn. I feel like I'm hitting the wall right now. Well, alright. I'm intrigued. Alright. So it seems that this breath goes through blocking. I thought it didn't, because it didn't connect to me a couple of times before. But I have been mistaken. It's interesting to see how small aggro range most of these mobs have. Even though I've saw a couple that have been chasing me. Like, screw this. Oh. My bad, I thought it was the second AoE. No, not the one that's leaving behind the traps. But I think we are getting somewhere. So whenever she's throwing her blade, you need to dodge this. Because if you don't dodge it, it will just break through your block. Which is not a good thing. Okay, guys, can you give me some elixirs, please? Bro, I just wanted some elixirs and instead I just ended up having no health at all. Yeah. Almost died there. Okay. Now if I could fight Malenia for 19 minutes, I can beat this chick. God damn it. Okay. It was fun at least for one of us, huh? Not me though. Probably. What am I even doing? I'm dying to skeletons now. Maybe I should take a break. Kill them tomorrow. But hey, no giving up, okay? At least I can keep my cool. It wasn't always the case. Like, I was watching my own Elden Ring playthrough I was so angry 3 years ago. Such an angry boy. It is very hard to find a balance in your life sometimes. I was playing a lot of League of Legends at the time, and that game just induces toxicity. The worst part for me was to admit to myself that I should probably not be playing the game that is making me so toxic. But I've been better ever since. Okay. God damn it, I completely wasted my living weapon. Like a fool. I was standing in her minefield, basically. That was a bad move from me. Oh. You fool! What are you doing? I was trying to save arrows because I don't... Mostly because I don't have any more arrows. I do have some bullets. Maybe I could use them in the fight with her though. Okay, this gave me some arrows. Oh, I forgot about you. Like, totally. Of course he's going to be up there. Just being a nuisance. making me worried because this is a chunk of my health basically out. You know what I'm going to do actually? And here I'm going to put this medicine. Maybe it will be handy eventually. Okay, I'm gonna try. Are you serious right now? Like hitting a wall, dude. So I don't really know how elixir works. The elixir is like your Estus Pask, and you usually replenish them every time you go to the bonfire, but you can collect like more, and if you don't have any they will give you like 3, but right now they are giving me 5. I don't know if it is tied to how many Kodamas I rescued or if it is for something else. I don't know really. What am I going to do with her? This is hard. I don't know. Honestly, no clue. I think he's not coming. He resigned to his post, I guess. So let's just go inside. He's still spamming those, oh my god. Yeah, dodged that on the last second. I didn't dodge this one though. God damn it. Okay, I got her. Well, it was fun. Like, she's not dead. Okay. I guess she was too pretty for us to just kill her, right? Let's see. Yeah, let's go. That explains why there is snow everywhere. Maybe I'm gonna get a butterfly spirit. Oh. Well, it's not the second phase, is it? Interesting.
信長様の天下不武の夢が炎に消えた。蛇の男の術でうつし世に戻されしも溺れるのは嘆きばかり。我が望みはただ信長様と共にあること。
Okay, so I have a new spirit. Usara Hicho. Hicho? Usurahicho, I guess. Let's check what it does. Oh.
節操天海と申す。安神様のことは福より伝え聞いておりまする。ケリーなる者は今日の鬼門にあたる比叡山に向かい申した。ゆかりある場所ゆえ穴い差し上げましょう。
Seems you have some history with this place.
打ち明けられぬこともございますが、どうぞ怪しまれますな。
The butterfly. There was theoretically another butterfly lady, right? Probably not as difficult as the one in Sekiro, but man, it was hard. Even though... Yeah, what did I get? Oh, it's a spear, probably. Let's accept those. Okay, so... Before I end the stream, let me check my shrine first. Let's see. So this is guardian spirits, right? I'm using the Kato. I don't know if it's like a fox. It looks like a fox, but it might be as well like a dog. It's a very well balanced spirit. I like him. And also using fire if you are attacking. Close combat plus 5%, which is great. Like key recovery speed, etc. I figure it's one of the best that you can have. Even though, let's check this one. Strong attack, key damage plus 15, water damage versus Yaokai evasion, life recovery from purification. That's interesting. This is very interesting. This means that when you purify, you will heal yourself for a little bit. Ah. Ah. That is actually good. But am I gonna use it over mine? There's longer time, 17 seconds, mine has about 16. This one is much more mightier. Action, recovery, tenacity, Amrita gauge rate. Okay. I'm gonna stick with my wealth. This one is interesting. I will keep that in mind. Either way. This has been Nioh. I hope you liked the stream. As I said, I'm not going to be doing the full series on Nioh. Well, not today anyway. Also, I hope you like my new office. I'm actually trying to make this work on my streams as well. I'm using this format on my second channel, where I'm running some educational videos. So I'm using this office, this table, or not table, sorry, this board, where I'm like having pictures, diagrams, and all sorts of stuff. But it can be used for streaming, as I've tried today. So that was my second goal for today's stream, and it was quite successful. I liked it. I've streamed a little bit longer than I expected. I thought that 2 missions will be over quick, but this boss, a little bit harder than I expected her to be. Learning those patterns certainly took me a while, but it is doable. It is doable. Once you realize that you can be safe behind your blocking, but you can also dodge a lot. And if you find yourself in this situation, I recommend using light stance. The blocking didn't suffer too much. And I was able to spam my evasion rather quickly, which was the key. Also try to utilize some ranged combat. The game is giving you a lot of ammunition, and whenever she is doing some of her attacks, she is basically stuck in place and can be safely tracked. But yeah, that's just nitpicking. I hope you liked Nioh. So for those of you who are not sure if they wanted to play this or not, I hope you now have better picture of how Nioh actually look like and how it plays. And yes, thanks everybody for watching once again, and I will be back with another stream soon, hopefully. My Elden Ring series, if I double check my channel, give me a second, it should be all out right now. Yeah, this isn't it. It is, and I actually scheduled Steel Rising, which is another Souls game, the full playthrough. It has 7 episodes, and if you don't know what Steel Rising is, basically Steel Rising right now it was a little bit like Lies of Pinocchio or Lies of P, but it came out actually first. It has similar thematics. It's from the French Revolution, except instead of French Revolution, you have automatons everywhere, and you play as one of the automatons. I think she is called Aegis. It is her, and it is really similar to Lies of P in that regard. It is not as hard as Lies of P. The game was rather easy, even though it was fun. It had jumping button, which is important. It had some exploration of basically late Renaissance France. I think you also visit Bastille at some point. And I quite enjoyed the game, even though it was quirky at times. It had some nice mechanics. Like instead of stamina, you had overheating, and you could build up various elements, etc. If you are fans of Souls games, I think you will like it. But with that, I think it's time to end the stream. So once again, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next